God says, only 3 hours ago, Archangel Michael was sent forth, and now he speaks with urgency, for he has been waiting, counting every second, standing by for 2 minutes that felt like eternity in the heavens, just to deliver this revelation to you. He says there will be massive changes in your life, and this is not something to be delayed, not something to be pushed aside for another moment, because the gates of destiny are opening, and they are opening now. He whispers through your spirit, "My child, open this immediately before it is too late, for heaven has written something with your name upon it, and if you ignore it, you may miss the hour that has been destined for your breakthrough." I see you, my child, sitting in silence, sometimes wondering why the heaviness in your spirit grows stronger as the days pass. You thought it was just another ordinary season, but in the unseen realm, Archangel Michael has been wrestling, holding back storms, intercepting arrows of destruction, and lifting his sword against forces that were planning to block the very path God has laid for you. You cannot see it with your eyes, but the battle has been raging fiercely, and yet heaven declares you victorious, for the time has come for massive changes. God says, "My beloved, you have been praying, asking, crying, and sometimes even doubting whether your prayers rise higher than your ceiling, but I assure you, every word you whispered, every tear you shed, has been collected in my bottle and weighed upon the scales of heaven. The hourglass has run, and now 3 hours ago the heavenly decree was released." Archangel Michael says he has been standing before the throne, receiving the order with urgency. He said, "I cannot delay, I must tell this soul, I must announce this, for the moment has come, and if they miss this word, their heart will stumble in confusion." Only 2 minutes ago, Michael stood in front of your door in the Spirit, waiting to tell you that everything you thought was delayed is about to manifest in rapid succession. What took years will suddenly shift in days. What you thought you lost forever will be returned multiplied. What seemed locked will be flung wide open, and doors that men shut will burst open because heaven has signed your release. Do you not feel it, my child? The air has shifted, the spiritual climate around you has grown heavy, not because of despair but because of the weight of glory pressing upon you. The angels have been assigned to you, more than before, because this season is a crossing over. There are massive changes ahead, so massive that your life will not look the same 30 days from now. The connections you make, the people you encounter, the doors you walk through will be orchestrated by the hand of the Almighty. This is why Michael has been impatient in the Spirit, why he says, "I have been waiting 2 minutes to deliver this." For in heaven's timing, a minute can shift centuries, and your moment is now. God says, "My child, your struggles were never in vain." The betrayals, the losses, the silence, the nights where you felt forgotten, all of it was weaving together a tapestry unseen to you. But I saw it, I measured it, and I stored up your reward for the appointed time. That appointed time has come. 3 hours ago heaven released the decree, massive change begins. But if you do not open your spirit now, if you do not receive this with trembling urgency, you may allow fear, doubt, or distraction to steal the seed before it takes root. Archangel Michael says he has been watching your steps, guarding your ways, but he also weeps when you ignore the signs. He cries out when you walk away from the voice tugging at your soul. And now he says with urgency, open now before it is too late. Not too late because God's love will leave you, for His love is eternal, but too late because opportunities come in windows, and this window is open for you right now. The enemy wanted to blind you, to make you scroll past, to make you shut your heart, but Michael shouted in the heavens, no. This one must hear, this one must awaken, this one must open. Child, listen. The massive changes are not just external. Yes, finances will shift, health will improve, doors will open, but more than that, your spirit is being elevated. Your discernment will sharpen, your dreams will intensify, and you will begin to hear God in ways you never thought possible. People will marvel and ask, what happened to them? And you will know it was the hand of the Lord, the presence of Archangel Michael, the alignment of divine timing. Do not let fear stop you. For fear whispers, this is too much, too sudden, too unbelievable. But faith declares, this is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Archangel Michael says, shake off hesitation, do not delay, for the changes will not wait forever. He urges you to prepare, for when the shift begins, it will feel like a flood. Opportunities will rush in at once, and if you are not grounded in God's Word, you may feel overwhelmed. But heaven says, you are ready, you have been prepared in secret, you are equipped. My child, you have been marked by heaven. That is why the attacks were so fierce, why people turned against you, why doors slammed shut in your face. It was not rejection, it was redirection. You were being positioned for this very hour. God says, massive change is not coming, it has already started. 3 hours ago the decree was signed. Michael has been waiting 2 minutes, restless, urgent, pacing in the spirit, to make sure you hear this. The changes are irreversible. What was stolen will be exposed. What was hidden will be revealed. What was delayed will suddenly accelerate. But you must act. You must believe. You must open yourself now. Heaven is not asking for perfection, only for surrender. Trust, believe, and step forward. For the shift is here, and you are standing on the edge of a new chapter that will rewrite your story completely. God says, I am making the crooked paths straight. I am bringing justice where injustice prevailed. I am lifting you where you were cast down. I am opening the treasury of heaven for you. And no man, no power, no demon can shut what I am opening. Archangel Michael stands with his sword drawn, cutting every chain, silencing every accuser, and declaring, this soul belongs to the Almighty. Their time has come. The changes are here. Child, receive this. Open this. Do not ignore. For if you walk away, you will walk away from the very moment your ancestors prayed you would step into. Generations waited for you. Heaven waited for you. And now, finally, it is here. God says, "My beloved child, only 3 hours ago something was written in the heavens concerning your name, and Archangel Michael has been waiting for 2 minutes to declare this revelation into your soul, because time in the Spirit moves differently than the clock you see with your eyes." There is a reason you were called to open this message immediately, for what is about to unfold is not small, not ordinary, not casual. It is massive, earth-shaking, life-transforming, and if you delay, the moment of breakthrough could slip like sand through your hands. This is why Michael stood, wings trembling, sword glowing, whispering again and again, "Tell them now, Lord, tell them before it is too late." And I, your God, have listened to the cry of the Archangel who has guarded you since before your birth, and I am commanding these words to reach you because the hour of massive changes in your life has arrived. You have been in a season of shadows, of hidden wars, of people smiling at your face yet plotting behind your back, of doors that should have opened but remained sealed tight, of love that promised devotion but carried secrets too heavy for your heart. You have felt the weight of silence when prayers seemed unanswered, but I say to you now, that silence was not absence. My silence was preparation. My silence was the stillness before the mighty storm of miracles. My silence was the seed buried deep in the soil that looked dead to the human eye, but all along roots were growing underground, and shoots were pressing upward toward the light. Only 3 hours ago in the time of heaven, the seal was broken, the angelic decree was signed, and your destiny was called into manifestation. This is why Michael says he has waited only 2 minutes to reveal this to you, because what looks like minutes in the language of heaven can transform your entire lifetime in one breath. Listen carefully now, because I do not speak this lightly. There are forces that try to divert you, to slow you, to trick you into missing the door that is opening. They sent confusion into your relationships, they placed doubts into your prayers, they whispered lies into your ears, telling you that you are forgotten, unloved, unworthy. But Archangel Michael saw, and he raised his sword, crying before my throne, "Father, let me expose what has been done, let me reveal the hidden things so your child does not remain deceived." And I, your God, said yes. The hour of exposure has come. What was hidden will be laid bare. What was whispered in secret will be shouted in the light. What was taken from you will be restored. What was delayed will be accelerated. The tables are turning, the balance is shifting, the chains are breaking, and the heavens are roaring with anticipation for the changes that are descending upon your life. Only 3 hours ago, angels were dispatched with scrolls in their hands, carrying new assignments, carrying blessings that bear your name, carrying keys that fit the locked doors you have been staring at with tears in your eyes. Michael says he stood at the threshold, waiting for my command, and the command has now been given: open immediately. Do not hesitate, do not doubt, do not push this word aside, because hesitation is a thief and doubt is a robber. If you delay, the enemy will attempt to snatch the blessing as it arrives. That is why Michael says, open now. Receive now. Believe now. For in the spirit realm, doors swing wide only for a moment, and those who step through receive what was prepared. Those who linger risk the shadow of delay. I am not sending this to frighten you, but to awaken you. You are not abandoned, you are chosen. You are not ignored, you are seen. You are not unlucky, you are divinely timed. Massive changes are not small shifts. They are not gentle breezes, they are hurricanes of transformation. They will sweep away what was false, what was broken, what was unworthy of your destiny. They will bring people into your life who were assigned by me long ago but were delayed by demonic interference. They will pull back the curtain and reveal the motives of those who smiled at you while holding knives in their hands. They will show you why doors were shut, because the wrong rooms would have crushed you, but now the right rooms will open, the right voices will call, the right opportunities will pour like rain into your hands. This is the hour of divine reversal, the time when what was against you becomes for you, when what was lost is found, when what was taken is multiplied. Michael wept because he saw you doubting, he saw you weary, he saw you almost giving up, and he could not remain silent. He said, Lord, let me descend with fire if I must, but do not let your child miss what you have planned. And so here I am, speaking through the veil, reaching into your soul, calling you to awaken. Beloved, your tears have not been wasted, they have watered the ground of your miracle. Your prayers have not been ignored, they have been stored in golden bowls before my throne. Your sacrifices have not been forgotten, they have built an altar of remembrance with your name engraved. Every hour of pain is about to be redeemed in a flood of glory. I know there is fear in your heart, fear of the unknown, fear of betrayal, fear of losing what little you hold. But I, your God, tell you, fear is the chain the enemy wraps around your destiny, and faith is the sword that cuts it free. Choose faith now. Believe what Michael cries. Believe what I declare. Because only 3 hours ago, the decree was sealed. Only 2 minutes ago, Michael prepared to deliver it. And right now, in this very moment, you are reading the words that open the scroll of your life's new chapter. Do not turn away. Do not think this is coincidence. This is the appointed time. And now I speak of the changes, yes, massive changes that will not just touch one corner of your life but sweep across every field. In your family, truth will emerge. In your relationships, secrets will be uncovered. In your finances, sudden provision will appear from sources you least expect. In your purpose, the fog will lift and the path will shine. In your spirit, the heaviness will break and joy will flood. Archangel Michael has stood guard, but now he moves with authority to cut cords that bound you, to silence voices that cursed you, to drag into the light those who conspired against you. Even now, someone who spoke ill of you is restless, unable to sleep, because the Spirit of truth presses on them. Even now, someone who owes you will feel compelled to repay. Even now, doors that were bolted shut are trembling under angelic hands that push them open. Beloved, this is why you must open this word immediately, for delay means danger, but obedience means deliverance. Only 3 hours ago heaven declared it, only 2 minutes ago Michael prepared it, and right now you hold it. God says, only 3 hours ago, Archangel Michael leaned closer to you, unseen but powerfully present, and he whispered with urgency, I have been waiting for 2 minutes to tell you this, because the time has already begun to shift around you. There will be massive changes in your life, changes so powerful that you will look back and realize that this was the exact moment heaven itself touched your destiny. My child, do not dismiss these words. Do not ignore the pulse of urgency that echoes through them. Open this within your heart immediately before it is too late, for the window is small, the gate is narrow, and the heavenly sign is here for you alone. God says the changes you have been waiting for, the doors that seemed locked forever, the betrayals that left scars on your soul, the tears that fell when no one was watching, all of them are part of a divine rearrangement that is unfolding now. The delay you thought was punishment was never punishment, it was preparation. The silence you felt from heaven was not absence, it was alignment. The waiting was not neglect, it was protection. Archangel Michael has been pacing, with fire in his eyes, guarding the gates of your destiny, pushing back every force that wanted to break you before your appointed time, and now his voice trembles with urgency because he knows the seals are being broken and the massive changes are already activated. Only 3 hours ago, an unseen shift occurred in the spirit realm. A book with your name was opened in the courts of heaven, and pages that were sealed for years are now revealed. Written in gold letters was the decree that your story will no longer be controlled by the hands of those who betrayed you, lied about you, or tried to bury your light. God Himself lifted the pen and wrote a new chapter with words that cannot be erased, and Michael was commanded to carry this news directly to you. He says, the enemies who laughed at your downfall will soon choke on their own words when they see the rise heaven has planned for you. The chains that held you are not only breaking, they have already broken. You only need to step through. But hear this warning, Archangel Michael says, if you hesitate too long, if you allow fear or doubt to trick you into silence, the moment could slip. The changes are here, but you must align yourself with them. Do not allow the voices around you, the ones who secretly envy your calling, to convince you that this is imagination. The signs are real. The urgency is real. The change is undeniable. Heaven has dispatched angels to guard your next steps, but you must move. God says, every hidden trap laid for you is about to be exposed in broad daylight. Every lie whispered behind your back is about to come to light. Every plot against your finances, your family, your relationships, your destiny, it is already under divine investigation, and the results will shock you. Only 3 hours ago, the heavens thundered with a sound that no human ear could hear, but your soul felt the vibration. That sound was the signal that the season of delay has ended. Michael says, he has been waiting for just 2 minutes to speak into your spirit, because timing is critical. There is something someone tried to hide from you, something that would have broken your confidence, but God says He will not allow you to be blindsided. Truth is being delivered to you like a sealed letter from heaven, and when you open it, everything will make sense. You will finally understand why certain people left, why others betrayed you, and why doors closed when you thought they should open. The truth will not destroy you, it will free you. God says, do not mistake the turbulence in your life as chaos, it is the shaking that comes before divine settlement. Just as the ground trembles before a volcano erupts, your spirit has been trembling because something is about to erupt in your favor. You may have felt restless, uneasy, as if something invisible was pressing on your chest. That was Michael's hand, urging you not to sleep on this moment. He has been watching the enemy circle your life like a predator, but now the predator is trapped in his own net. The very pit dug for you is the one your enemy will fall into. The very plan designed to silence you will become the testimony that makes your voice louder than ever before. Only 3 hours ago, God dispatched a reversal order. What was meant for harm is turning for good. The loss that broke your heart is making room for gain you cannot yet imagine. The humiliation you suffered in silence is transforming into honor that will shock even you. Michael says, he has never seen such a sudden switch written for a child of God, and that is why he cannot stop repeating, open your spirit now, before it is too late, because if you close your ears to this urgency, you will not see the signs for what they are. This is not coincidence. This is not chance. This is a divine moment written from eternity. My child, you have been asking God why everything feels delayed, why doors close, why the very people you trusted turned their backs on you. And God says, it was never delay for the sake of delay, it was delay for the sake of your protection. If He had allowed certain doors to open earlier, you would have walked into traps disguised as blessings. If He had allowed certain relationships to flourish, you would have been destroyed by betrayal you were not yet strong enough to survive. But now, the strength you carry, the wisdom you gain through your pain, the resilience you built in your silence, these are the weapons that will sustain you in the season of abundance that has just been released. Archangel Michael says, the massive changes will not come quietly. You will notice strange shifts, sudden messages, unexpected encounters, dreams that feel too vivid to dismiss, sudden emotions you cannot explain. These are signals that the angels are rearranging your atmosphere. Pay attention. Do not dismiss them as random. Heaven is speaking in layers, and only those who are awake will notice. Michael says you must stay alert, for even now, forces are scrambling in panic because they know they cannot stop what is coming, but they will try to distract you. Do not fall for distraction. Do not return to the voices that once drained your spirit. If you believe in God, type Amen, Amen. God says, this moment has been orchestrated in the silence of heaven, and now Archangel Michael steps forward with urgency burning like fire in his voice. Only 3 hours ago the heavens shifted, and in that exact shift Michael said, I have been waiting for 2 minutes to tell you this. Do not think this is coincidence. Do not think these words are arriving by chance. This is a divine interruption in your life. Something massive is about to unfold, and the urgency is not to frighten you, but to awaken you. For too long you have been surrounded by clouds of doubt, weighed down by fears that whisper lies, but the truth of God breaks through even now. There will be massive changes in your life. The hand of God is moving, the angels are surrounding, and time is pressing upon you to open your spirit and receive what heaven has sealed with your name. God sees you. He sees your struggles that no one else understands. He sees the heaviness that you carry when no one else notices the depth of your soul. He knows that in the night, when the world rests, your heart wrestles with questions of tomorrow. He knows the times you wanted to give up, the times you whispered in the darkness, God, do you hear me? Do you see me? And now he answers, I have not only seen you, I have been waiting for the perfect moment to release my message. And the moment is now. Not later, not tomorrow, but right now. This is why Michael says he has waited 2 minutes, for heaven operates on divine timing, and the seconds matter, because heaven's clock is not like earth's. You must understand, this is not a warning of doom, but an announcement of transformation. The massive changes that approach are not to destroy you but to rebuild you into what you were always meant to be. Every obstacle, every betrayal, every moment you thought was against you was preparing the soil for this very moment. God has been planting seeds in silence, seeds you did not see, and now he says, the season has shifted. The time for harvest has come. What looked barren will suddenly bloom. What felt broken will suddenly be whole. What seemed impossible will suddenly be placed in your hands. Archangel Michael says he has been holding back the forces of darkness on your behalf. For months, unseen battles have been fought in realms you cannot see. There were plans made against you, words spoken against your future, but Michael's sword has stood between you and destruction. He says, I have fought for you when you didn't even know you were in danger. I shielded you when you thought you were forgotten. I covered you when the enemy tried to break you. Do not take this moment lightly, because when Michael says, "Open immediately before it's too late," he means your heart must be open, your faith must be awake, because heaven is ready to deliver miracles, but faith is the key to unlock them. God is saying to you now, you are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you when you are in my hands. I am your covering, I am your shelter, I am your guide. The storms may rage, but you will not drown. The fire may rise, but you will not be consumed. This is not the end, this is the beginning of something so massive that you will look back on this exact day and remember it as the turning point. The changes may scare you, but they are necessary. You have prayed for breakthrough, and breakthrough requires shifts. You have asked for elevation, and elevation requires movement. Do not resist the change, for it is carrying you to the promise you have been waiting for. The angels say the next days and hours are pivotal. You must not let fear block you from receiving. You must not close your heart. Trust is the currency of heaven. Faith is the seed that births miracles. If you feel weak, whisper to God, "I trust you." Even in trembling, your whisper reaches Him. You don't have to be perfect, you only have to be willing. Heaven is not waiting for your perfection, heaven is waiting for your surrender. Archangel Michael speaks again, "I have seen the heaviness that surrounds your name. I have seen the jealousy, the envy, the hidden words of people who do not want you to succeed. But I, Michael, have already struck down their plans. Their traps will catch only themselves. Their schemes will dissolve into dust. You, child of God, will walk forward untouched, because the blood of heaven marks your life." He says you must not fear what others say, because God's voice is louder. God's decree over you overrides the whispers of men. There will be doors opening suddenly, doors you did not even knock on. There will be calls, messages, opportunities that appear without explanation. This is the massive change. It is not small. It is not hidden. It is so great that those who once doubted you will be forced to admit that God's hand is upon you. He is rewriting your story in real time. Even now, the pen of heaven is moving across the pages of your life, canceling the chapters of pain and scripting the chapters of glory. God says, "You are safe in me. Nothing will go wrong when I am your covering." Do not let the voice of fear take root. Fear is a liar, but I am truth. Fear will tell you you are unworthy, but I remind you, I created you. I shaped you. I called you by name. You are mine. Every tear you have cried has been seen. Not one of them has fallen unnoticed. The very ground that drank your tears will one day bear the fruit of your harvest. Archangel Michael urges you to pray in this moment. Do not delay. Even if it is only a single sentence, let your soul cry out. Prayer is not about fancy words, it is about the heart. Speak, even if all you can say is, God, I need you. That cry shakes the heavens. That whisper moves angels. That plea shifts atmospheres. Because when you pray, heaven listens. When you pray, heaven answers. Do not think this message is for someone else. This is marked with your name. This is heaven addressing your soul directly. The sense of urgency you feel is not to scare you, but to awaken you. Time is not waiting. The change has already begun. The shift has already started. Heaven has already released your miracle. All that remains is for you to open your spirit, believe, and receive. God says you will not fail. You will not be abandoned. You will not be destroyed. Instead, you will be lifted, shielded, honored, and blessed beyond measure. What you thought you lost will be returned in double. What you thought was closed will be unlocked. What you thought was gone forever will rise again, better and stronger. You will walk in joy. You will walk in peace. You will walk in abundance. Archangel Michael says, I have been waiting for this moment, because heaven has aligned the earth in your favor. This is your hour. Do not miss it. Open now, before it is too late. God says, I am with you. Rest assured. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. Just trust me. Just pray. Just believe. And so it is. Heaven has spoken. The time is now. God says this moment is unlike any other, and that is why Archangel Michael has come close to you with urgency, whispering yet commanding, telling you that he has been waiting only for 2 minutes to speak this into your spirit, because heaven cannot delay this any longer. The words you are about to receive are not ordinary words, they are wrapped in fire and light, sent from the throne of God into the chambers of your soul. 3 hours ago heaven shifted, and the angels began to move into position around your life, preparing to announce massive changes that you cannot yet see with your natural eyes, but which are already unfolding in the unseen realm. You must open this word now, immediately, before it is too late, because delay is dangerous when destiny is calling, and heaven will not let you miss what is yours. Archangel Michael says he has stood guard over you when you were unaware of how close the darkness came. He has fought battles over your spirit that you never knew existed. He has cut down shadows, chains, and unseen enemies who tried to smother your light. He has cried out on your behalf when you were too weary to speak, too broken to pray, too tired to fight. And now he says, the waiting is over, the time is here, massive changes are upon you, and you must believe. God says you are safe, rest assured nothing will go wrong with you, for my hand is strong upon your life, my covering is unshakable, and my love is unbreakable. But this moment is urgent, this message is pressing, because I will not allow you to sleep through your own miracle. Child of mine, I know how long you have waited. I know the endless nights when your thoughts tormented you, when your hopes seemed to slip like water through your hands. I know how many times you almost gave up, how many times you whispered to yourself that maybe you are not worthy, maybe you are forgotten, maybe the promise was never real. But I am telling you now, I never left, I never stopped working, and I never lied to you. Every word I gave you still stands, every promise I whispered still breathes, and every dream I planted is about to bloom. Archangel Michael's urgency is not to frighten you but to awaken you. He says massive changes are not coming in years, not in decades, but now, sooner than you think, and the only thing you must do is stay open, stay ready, stay surrendered, and trust me. 3 hours ago, in the courts of heaven, a verdict was released in your favor. Heaven declared a reversal. What was meant to block you is being dismantled. What was meant to delay you is being uprooted. What was meant to destroy you is now turning into the very foundation for your victory. Michael says that while you were unaware, a shift occurred in your timeline, and the things that once dragged on for years are about to collapse into a single sudden moment of transformation. That is why you must open immediately, because if you allow fear or doubt to close your heart, you will not recognize what is being handed to you. God says, do not be afraid of change. Do not resist when I shake the ground beneath your feet. Do not cling to what I am asking you to release. Some doors are closing, but they are not your punishment, they are your protection. Some relationships are breaking, but they are not your loss, they are your liberation. Some chapters are ending, but they are not your destruction, they are your preparation for the greatest story yet to unfold. You are not losing, my child, you are being positioned. You are not failing, you are being lifted. You are not forgotten, you are being chosen again, this time for something so divine that it will silence every mocking voice that ever spoke against you. Archangel Michael says, I have been waiting to tell you this, because the time is finally ripe. He says angels are descending now, not tomorrow, not next week, now, with scrolls carrying your name. These scrolls contain blessings written for you long ago, blessings the enemy tried to withhold, blessings that felt delayed but never died. These scrolls are being opened, and with them come opportunities, restoration, healing, breakthroughs, reconciliations, provisions beyond what you asked for. You may not see them yet, but Michael says, believe before your eyes catch up, because the Spirit already holds what the flesh has not seen. Do you know, beloved, that your tears were never wasted? Every time you cried out, God, where are you? I answered silently by holding you closer. Every time you wondered if the pain had purpose, I was weaving it into a tapestry so divine you will one day marvel at it. Every time your heart broke, heaven recorded it, and now, heaven responds with recompense. For every tear, I will return laughter. For every heartbreak, I will restore joy. For every year stolen, I will multiply blessings. For every betrayal, I will surround you with loyal love. I, the Lord, am not asking you to be fearless, I am asking you to trust even while afraid. I am not asking you to understand every detail, I am asking you to hold my hand when the path is unclear. I am not asking you to be perfect, I am asking you to be present with me, honest with me, surrendered to me. Michael says the war is over. The delay is broken. The massive changes cannot be stopped now, but whether you step into them fully depends on your willingness to believe. 3 hours ago the heavens moved. 2 minutes ago Michael was commanded to speak. Right now, your spirit is being stirred. Do you feel it? That heat in your chest, that trembling in your soul, that quiet voice whispering, "This is for you." That is no coincidence. That is no accident. That is me, God, calling your name through this message, touching your heart, confirming your future. You are marked. You are chosen. You are loved beyond measure. Soon, your life will not look the same. The wilderness will give way to gardens. The storms will clear into calm skies. The night will end in morning. You will testify of miracles that seemed impossible. You will rise from the ashes in such beauty that those who saw you broken will not believe their eyes. This is the season of sudden change, and the suddenness of it will shake even you. But don't fear. Don't question. Just hold on. Just trust. Just pray. I will be with you. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe, says the Lord. You are shielded, says Michael. You are ready, says heaven. Now open your heart wide, because this is your moment. If you believe in God, type Amen.